7, welcome to Writer's Workshop. You need to get your blue writing folder that you brought home from school and 6 crayons or pencil crayons. Green, pink, red, orange, blue, and yellow. So go get your blue writing folder, your crayons, and a pencil and bring them back to your computer so we can do Writer's Workshop together. Okay, welcome back. So before we left school, last time we were in class, we read Lily's letter. And it was a really convincing letter. And we used different colors to underline the parts of her letter that were really convincing. We noticed where Lily said what the problem was, and we underlined it in red. We noticed where Lily gave a big feeling or emotion in her letter, and we underlined it in blue. We noticed where Lily told a little story, which means a part where she said where she was affected by the problem. Remember how the boy was yelling next to her on the stairs and she couldn't hear her teacher? That was her little story. She also gave a fix-it idea. Remember when she said, maybe we could put signs on all the staircases telling the kids to be quiet? We underlined that part in orange to show you. We underlined all her different reasons that the problem was a problem and needed to be solved in green. And we underlined the parts where she was polite, which means she used words like please and thank you in her letter. We underlined those in pink. Today, we are going to underline those parts in our own letters with these colors. So here's the letter that you guys helped me write. Let's read it together. March 11, 2020. Dear parents, the students want to walk and bike more, but you want to drive. They feel frustrated and disappointed. Maybe you could walk or bike to the park or the club. Driving cars pollutes the air, which causes global warming. One day, I saw a truck with black smoke coming out and it made me cough. And when you walk or ride a bike, you get exercise and fresh air. Thank you for reading my letter. Love, Miss Emily. Maybe you already noticed some of these convincing things in our letter. Let's go back to the beginning and let's start with, where does my letter say the problem? I already underlined it in red, see? The students want to walk and bike more, but you want to drive. That is the problem that we want to solve. So right now, I want you to read your letter that you wrote, one of your letters in your blue folder, and find where you told the problem. And you're gonna underline it in red. If you didn't write the problem in your letter, take your pencil and add it right now. When you're done, we're going to move on to give a big feeling. Did you notice the big feeling in my letter? You might see that it's already underlined in blue. They feel frustrated and disappointed. Those are 2 big feelings. Remember that big feelings are more than just happy or sad. So now read your letter and find where you put a big feeling or emotion and underline it in blue. If you don't have that part in your letter, you can add it. How does this problem make you feel? Next, we want to tell a little story. So where in our letter did we tell a little story? You might notice that this part was really small because guess what? I didn't have a little story in my letter at first. So I had to add it with a little, excuse me, and I wrote it here. One day, I saw a truck with black smoke coming out and it made me cough. That's how I noticed the problem of too many cars and cars polluting the air. So I underlined it in yellow. Where in your letter did you write a little story? Underline it in yellow, or if you don't have a little story yet, add one like I did. Next, we want to look for a fix-it idea or a solution. So remember that our key words that helped us find that part were maybe we could, or we could try, or you could. So here, it's already underlined in orange. Maybe you could walk or bike to the park or the club. That's my fix-it idea. It's a way that the person we're writing to, which are our parents, could help us out with this problem, something they can do to solve the problem. So find your fix-it idea in your letter and underline it in orange. Or if you don't have one yet, add one now. Okay, green, this one's super important. Tell lots of reasons why the person you're writing your letter to should help you with the problem. Did we give lots of reasons to the parents why this is a problem and why it should be solved? Well, first of all, the big feeling, the way that you guys were feeling frustrated and disappointed, that is a reason to make a change and solve the problem, because we don't want you to feel frustrated and disappointed. So even though I underlined it in blue first, now I'm underlining it in green because it's one of my reasons. Driving cars pollutes the air, which causes global warming. That is a reason why this is a problem. Why should we ride our bikes and walk more instead of driving? Because driving cars pollutes the air. That's another reason. So I underlined it in green. And when you walk or ride a bike, you get exercise and fresh air. Is that a reason to solve the problem? Yeah, that's actually a reason why solving the problem would be better. When you walk or ride your bike, you get exercise and fresh air. So let's do that instead. All right, I have 1, 2, 3 reasons, 3 parts that I underlined in green in my letter. I think that's pretty good. Let's make sure you have at least 2, or even better if you have 3 or more reasons why this is a problem and why the person you're writing to should help you solve it. The last part of being really convincing is to be polite. That means using words like please and thank you, because that's a better way to get someone to help you than just saying, you have to do this. So where in my letter was I polite? Did I use the words please and thank you? I hope you can see it. Right here I said, thank you for reading my letter. So I got to underline that part in pink. I wonder if I could add one more. Maybe I could say, please help. I could add it right here with a, excuse me. So I'm gonna put a little, excuse me, please help solve this problem. So now I just added another part that's polite, and I can underline it in pink. Your letter, if it's really convincing, should be super colorful right now, with all of these colors underlining the parts of your letter. When you are done and it's all colorful, I want you to take a picture of your letter and upload it on Seesaw so that I can see. Don't forget, if there's a part that on here, a color that you don't have, you can add it right now with your pencil. That's the great thing about Writer's Workshop. Great job, writers. Off you go.